There's many videos on YouTube that are titled, "I woke up at 5 a.m. for 30 days and this is what happened." And you can almost guarantee that after they did the challenge, they most certainly did not stick to waking up at 5 a.m. after that. But these videos are very interesting because, one, it's an easy YouTube video to make, I suppose. But secondly, it does beg the question, will waking up at 5 a.m. change your life? And I personally think, no, it will not change your life. Now, there are many pros and cons to waking up at 5 a.m. Let's start with the pros. The pros, and this is kind of a weird one. I woke up at 5 a.m. today, purely because the night before I slept 10 hours, woke up at 10 a.m. and I felt like absolute dog water. So I decided to wake up at 5 a.m. today, but that does mean I've only had 4 hours and 30 minutes of sleep. So hopefully tonight we can get that up a bit. But the first reason that I enjoy waking up at 5 a.m. is because you feel like the only human awake. It's just a very weird vibe. No one's disturbing you. There's hardly any cars on the road. It's usually dark outside. You just have this sense of solitude that you can't really get like at any other point in the day, because there's birds chirping, there's people moving around, there's cars, whoever you live with obviously is going to be interacting with you and that sort of thing. But at 5 a.m. you do just sort of feel at peace. There's a nice stillness about it that I can't really put into words that well, but it's just a very cool vibe. Another pro of waking up at 5 a.m. is that you get stuff done early in the day. This morning I went to the gym, set off about 6 a.m. after getting ready, and then came back and it was 8:30 a.m. Now at that point a lot of people are waking up or heading to work. So it was very nice to get a big task done in my day. And I think even if you do have a job and you're working the 9 to 5, waking up at 5 a.m. and going to the gym before work will significantly improve your mood, maybe your productivity at work, and it's certainly much better than going at 5 p.m. when the gym is absolutely packed. Now, the gym was pretty busy when I went this morning at 6. There's still loads of people there, of course, who go before work, because it seems that other people are disciplined. I can't get it. I thought I was the only one that had escaped the Matrix, but apparently not. It's go whenever time you feel like, but certainly going early, getting it done early, having that one victory already ticked off in the day, it feels great. I also find that waking up at 5 a.m. you feel a bit more energized than sleeping in. When I sleep in and having slept 10 hours, when I have to get up when it's 10 a.m. and I'm like, right, I have to get up now, otherwise my day is just going to be a complete waste. You just feel this inertia, and I think it's because your body has been motionless for however many hours. But when you get up, you just feel like you've been hit by a train. When you wake up at 5 a.m, your body is sort of ready to go. It's ready to set off. I think maybe it's because I woke myself up, or my alarm woke me off in light sleep rather than deep sleep, which could be the case. But I certainly just felt more ready to go waking up at 5 a.m. rather than sleeping in. It's also a good way to build discipline. That's why I just put my phone on the other side of my room, so I have to get up, I drink some water, go to the toilet, obviously all that good stuff, have my morning poop, all the essentials, and then you just sort of get into the habit of it. I didn't have to wake up at 5 a.m, and I was in the mindset of I only wake up at 5 a.m. when I have an obligation, or my friends have organised to go to the gym early, and if I slept in, then they probably wouldn't invite me anymore. But today I've woken up at 5 a.m. on my own terms, gone to the gym by myself, come back by myself, and it feels great. Honestly, it's really, really gratifying to have this kind of experience and to be able to take control over your own life and keep promises to yourself. That's the essential thing. If you say that you're going to wake up at 5 a.m, and you don't hit snooze, you don't get back in bed, you feel so grateful for yourself and so happy. Now, let's get on to the cons. Now, the cons, obviously, If you're wanting to be a functioning human being and stay healthy, you're going to have to sleep early. Like I said, I have 4 hours. I had 4 hours and 30 minutes of sleep last night because I slept 10 hours before. So when I went to bed at 10 p.m., I didn't go to bed late last night. But it was the fact that I had slept too much the previous night meant that I went to bed at 10, but I didn't fall asleep until midnight. So my sleep was greatly affected by that. But hopefully, like I said tonight, we can get that back up. Something that I also believe, and this is why I said waking up at 5 a.m. won't change your life, is because it isn't vital. You can still have a productive day without waking up so early. I know it's crazy, all of these gurus, but David Goggins told me that I had to wake up before flipping time existed. -1 hours of sleep, said Tristan Tate. What am I going to do? The way I see it, you can wake up at whatever time you want. It just depends on how wisely you use your time. For example, if you wake up at 5 a.m. and you go to bed at 8 p.m., that's 15 hours of the day, give or take, right? I'm sure there's going to be people out there who go to bed a bit later, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., whatever. 15 hours from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. That is the same amount of time as 2 p.m. from 5 p.m., 5 a.m. Now, I don't know what crazy people are out there who are waking up at 2 p.m. and going to bed at 5 a.m., but if that works for you, if you're able to be productive and get what you need to do done, exercise, business, meditation, mental health practices, whatever you need to do, if you're able to do that, because you've got the exact same amount of time, 5 a.m. to 8 p.m., 15 hours, 2 p.m. to 5 a.m., 15 hours. It all depends on if you're using that time productively. Because you could have people who are waking up at 5 a.m., but something that I remember I used to do is that I'd wake up early and just still procrastinate. I'd wake up early and I'd just use that early time to go on YouTube, and I would convince myself, oh, if I get my YouTube watching out in this early in the morning, I won't have to do it later on. That's never how it works. I was just lying to myself. I was just coping. Thinking, oh, I can get my YouTube time out of the way. No. I was probably spending more time on YouTube. Even more time because I'd woken up that early. Whereas the guy that's got a high level of discipline, who's waking up at 2 p.m. because that's what works for him, he finds it better to work in the early hours of the morning, late at night. If he uses those 15 hours more wisely than I do, he's a better individual than me. He's going to be further ahead than me. So, waking up at 5 a.m. is certainly not vital, and it won't change your life. Again, I can imagine there's a lot of people out there who have started waking up at 5 a.m. and they have seen a significant change in their life. But that's only because they're using their time more wisely. It's not necessarily waking up at 5 a.m. that will make you successful. It's how you use this time that's been given to you. There's no point waking up at 5 a.m. if you're just going to do the same crap that you always do. Oh, I get to play video games a bit more, I get to watch more YouTube. No. Use your time wisely. You have been gifted this extra time. Because that's another benefit of waking up at 5 a.m. A day feels like 2 days. It's crazy. Like right now, it's 9:19 for me in the morning. And I've already been to the gym. And I'm recording a YouTube video. I've scripted a video and now I'm recording it. It's crazy. Honestly, you just feel so productive. But only if you choose to be productive. No matter waking up early, no matter of self-improvement motivation, is going to make you take action. You have to take action. And if you don't take action at waking up at 5 a.m, then there's no point doing so. You may as well stick to your sedentary lifestyle and continue being the person you don't want to be. So that's my take on it. But anyway, you do you, bro, I suppose. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe for more wonderful anecdotes and insights from yours truly. I'll see you in the next one. Take very good care of yourself, and God bless.